This exhibition is called On Their Own Terms, and it features 37 artists, and they worked from the 1850s to the present. This title came out of conversations that I had with Garbo Hearn. She's a local gallery owner, and she approached me about showing some of the historic artists in the exhibition. Duncanson, Porter, Bannister, and Tanner. These were all free black men working in the late 1800s, and they were making art despite the fact that they really weren't encouraged to be professional artists, and they were making art on their own terms, and that's why I picked that title for the exhibition. Some of the names that you'll see on the walls, there is the artist Amy Sherrill and Kehinde Wiley. Those artists had a national spotlight last year because they were the artists picked to do the portraits of President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. And so people are coming to the gallery because they recognize those names and they're interested in seeing work done by these nationally prominent artists. So we're standing in the installation by Delita Martin called The Dinner Table. And Delita had this idea about doing drawings on found plates. And the first drawing that she wanted to do was of her grandmother. And she said, then I'm going to do my sisters and my aunts. And Delita said it started to make her think, well, what is family? And for Delita, while it was still blood relatives, her family seemed to extend beyond that.
I started thinking about it, and I started making a list of women that meant something to me. And some of them I knew for years, some of them I knew for 10 minutes. I actually would go through Facebook, social media, and I would look for images where you were just being yourself. And so I pulled all of those images and, coupled with the images that I took, and I started creating these portraits. And so I was like, how many images am I going to create? And 300 came to mind, and that's what I went with. There are a lot of powerful artists in that show, and all of the women in my work are very powerful, and they're doing things on their own terms. They're doing things, they're living life. They're living their best lives.
In the exhibition, with Delita's work, I have hanging next to her plate pieces a Whitfield Lavelle piece that's painted on a round wooden coin. I have Elizabeth Catlett just outside of her installation, so we can start to look at how those pieces relate to each other. I put Charles Porter and Marjorie Williams Smith next to one another. Porter was doing still lifes of roses in the 1800s. Marjorie Williams Smith in 2012 are doing these elegant silver point drawings of trumpet vines and roses. I think the power of the figure, we're figures, we're human, and we look at other figures and they tell us stories about ourselves. And I think that's the power in the work in the exhibition. And I think that's what people are taking away from it.